3.
This week on Eagan AM.
One man, two governors.
Lookalikes.
And the Wildcat world of sports.
Live from Studio 1A, this is Eagan AM.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Daniels.
And I'm Evan Oakman.
It's fall and that means it's time to order anything pumpkin.
There are a ton of fall fun activities that you can now participate in.
You can go and visit an apple orchard with friends, which is super fun. There are a wide variety of options that you can pick from.
Find your way out of a corn maze or spook yourself in a haunted house.
Another fun activity to do is carve pumpkins with your friends, where your imagination is the only limit.
With Halloween just around the corner, we thought it would be a good idea to delve into the hair-raising history of the doppelganger.
Here's Ayana with the story.
She looked exactly like me.
The concept of having a double or doppelganger has always fascinated mankind. However, early sightings of doppelgangers were oftentimes considered a bad omen. An ancient myth explains that if someone else were to confront your doppelganger, it meant that you were terminally ill. Once you confronted your doppelganger 3 times, it was almost always a sign that the end was near. In the modern world, seeing your doppelganger is a much happier occasion, oftentimes commemorated with a photo. Still, it can feel a bit eerie. On an international choir trip, one of our school's students experienced this very phenomenon.
So we were at the choir trip, and there were buses driving by us on the street with these huge windows. You could see pretty much everyone inside of them. And Grant looked over and he goes, "Hey Lauren, that girl kind of looks like you." And I was like, "What?" And she looked over too and she saw us, and her friends started going crazy because we looked like exactly alike. That was like the craziest experience of my entire life. It was super weird to see someone who looked exactly like me.
We caught up with some students and faculty to hear about their celebrity doppelgangers.
I've been told I look like Jessica Lange.
I've also been told I look like Steve Nash.
I think my celebrity doppelganger is probably like Zac Efron if I had to choose, or Channing Tatum.
Mr. Dirksen looks like Mr. Clean.
Ralphie from the Magic School Bus.
I'm Ross Ikley. I'm the only one who looks like me.
Michael B. Jordan.
I think Miss Terhark looks like Elizabeth Banks.
Whether you are mistaken as a movie star or wrongfully identified as a cartoon character, we've all been there. Signing off for Eagan AM, I'm Ayana Booth.
Thanks, Ayana.
You know, one of those pictures is actually me at a speech tournament.
Oh, that's so cool. All right, so the temperature is dropping to 39 degrees this morning with 1 to 3 inches of snow in northern Minnesota. We wanted to hear what you had wanted to do before the first snow falls.
Before the snow falls, I really want to go to the Arboretum with my family or friends because I haven't been there in like 2 years and it's really pretty.
Before the snow falls, I really want to go to the apple orchard with both my friends and my family, so I'm probably going to go twice.
Okay, before the snow falls, I want to go outside because I'm not going outside in the winter, and maybe take a trip to the gay 90s because I'm turning 18 in 19 days.
Something I want to do before the snow falls is be on Eagan AM.
After the long summer, some of the easy iPad tricks may have been forgotten. Here's Mr. Anderson, aka the iPad guy, with more tips to help you utilize your device.
So some of the major things you can do to help your iPad work a little better is to make sure you're on the internal network. A lot of iPads I'm seeing lately are on the guest network, and it's just a little too slow to do things on Schoology. The second thing you can do that would really help your iPad is to update. iOS 12 just came out a few weeks ago, and it seems to make everything move a little bit faster. And I'm still seeing a lot of kids on iOS 9, which is like 2 years old now, which is a little scary. And then the third thing is just to keep track of your iPad. I have not gone a single day of work here where there hasn't been a lost iPad. And that's a little scary. There's like 2,000 some in the building, but just make sure you have yours. And if you don't have yours, find out whose it is. That would be very helpful. So,
thank you, Mr. Anderson. One Man, Two Governors opens this Saturday. Here's the story.
Physical comedy is one of the oldest forms of comedy that there is. I mean, think about it. When people fall down in television or film or live theater, we laugh. We laugh, especially if we know they really didn't get hurt. So for the audience, part of it is just the incongruity of what is expected and what actually happens. So that's part of the secret of physical comedy.
This man is a bloody clown.
Everyone at the circus loves a clown, so when you say this man's a clown, you're really saying, I love you. Are you Charlie the Duck? No? No?
There are so many wonderful physical comedy moments in our fall production. It's hard to decide on a favorite, but it would definitely be where the 87-year-old waiter Alfie falls down the stairs. I mean, we opened up the pit and we created these amazing stairs, and I have to thank the gymnastics team and Miss Eklund. They gave us this enormous mat, and that's part of the secret of how we make the stair fall work.
What are some of the challenges of physical comedy? Not tearing your clothes. Our costumer, shout out to Mel, he gets mad at me because I've ripped my suit pants at least twice per run. I ripped them twice tonight, but he doesn't know yet. Come to the show, please. It's a very fun time. It's genuinely funny. It's not just funny to old people. Please come to the show. It's $5.
Tickets are still available. And now it's time for the WCR.
Take it away, Sam.
Thanks, Olivia. Welcome to another episode of the WCR. Now that we've gotten settled in, we're ready to make a few changes. Each week, we're going to feature 2 Wildcat teams in depth, followed with a quick rundown of other sports scores. The first WCR double feature are our 2 soccer teams with 1 coach. Our girls soccer team is killing it lately. They are currently ranked first in state with a record of 12, 0, and 3. The girls have been winning some big games and blowing some teams out of the water. Last Saturday, the girls beat Owatonna 6-0 with goals from Julia Barger, Megan Plashko, Nora McClune, Ellen Pagoyas, and 2 goals from Abigail McKenzie. In another one of their most recent wins, they beat Eastview 5-0, defeating our supposed crosstown rivals with ease, with goals from Allison Wong, JC Borman, Emily Cronkite, Ainsley Ditlefson, and Ellen Pagoyas. Last night, they were back at it again, crushing Burnsville 5-1. Goals being put in by Allison Wong, Julia Barger, Ellen Pagoyas, and 2 goals from Grace Schoberg. Other big wins this season have come against Lakeville North and Eden Prairie, who are both ranked in the top 20 in state. Our boys soccer has had some major changes this year, as girls coach Ozturk is coaching both boys and girls. This sure hasn't slowed down Turk, as he has led them to a record of 9, 5, and 1, with some solid wins. Their last 3 wins came against Burnsville 2-0, with goals from Jackson Stavros and Ryan Erickson, against Cristo Ray Jesuit 3-1, and against Lakeville South 2-0. Both teams have their final regular season game tonight at home against Apple Valley, so go out and support our killer teams. Now let's transition into some quick rundowns of our other sports. Our girls swim team fought hard, but dropped a tough meet to Prior Lake last Thursday. Their next home meet is next Tuesday against Lakeville North, so go out and cheer the girls on. Our top boys and girls cross-country runners are heading out to the Merrill Invite in Merrill, Wisconsin this weekend, so wish them luck as they face some tough competition. Volleyball improved to a record of 16-2 after sweeping Eastview in 3 sets. Girls tennis beat Rosemount 6-1 in their final match of the regular season. Wish them luck as they head into sections. Football lost last Friday, but we had some strong performances all over the field. Carter Lyons rushed for 121 yards, Max Meekin rushed for 131 yards and 2 touchdowns. Cole Gibson rushed for 1 touchdown. Vinny LeBert had 11 tackles, Nate Willis was good on all of his kicks, and Cole Sackmaster had a pick 6 plus 9 tackles and a sack. The boys' final home game of the season is tomorrow night against Prior Lake, so make sure to get out to Wildcat Stadium to show them your support. And finally, the sport you've all been waiting for, dodgeball. 3 teams were crowned winners this year. For the female division, Senior Citizens. For the male division, No, This is Patrick. And for the co-ed division, Skills That Kills made history as the first team to ever win the tournament back-to-back. Congrats to the winners, and thanks to everyone who played. That's all for the WCR this week. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sam.
That's all we have this week.
Enjoy your long weekend, Wildcats.